I love making something out of nothing. I'm not trained, but I am brave and determined. Of course, I could hire a professional, but DIY first. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Investment Property Take Back. In today's episode, we're going to be working in the powder room, and what I'm doing here is processing the old trim that was taken off of the doors. So I had to take out all of the old nails and all of that stuff. And one of the things that I've learned from working on this project is if there's anything that can be reused, it's worth it to put in the effort to be able to reuse those things. I learned my lesson the hard way in the other bathroom because I took off one piece of the door trim and I cut it and threw it away and thinking, okay, I could just find another piece, but no. This is an older home. I think this home was built maybe in the 60s and the trim is not the same. So I just decided I'm just going to reuse whatever I can and try to save a little money, and plus it looks nice. I mean, it was made to go here. I needed to patch a little bit under this window because there was a little bit of a gap. I had to add a piece of trim here because there was no trim under the window when we took the tile off. So again, I'm taking off the transition strip here for the flooring. We're going to be laying LVP flooring in this room because when we took the tile off from the walls, obviously that messed up some of the tile on the floor. Plus, I mean, that tile is not really anything special. This is looking into where the full bathroom is. So that's actually the tub shower area there. And that hole was already there, so we just needed to fill that in. I was looking back at some of my old videos the other day, I guess just out of boredom, but I was looking at some of the footage from when I did my laundry room. So all of my day ones, you guys know what that whole process was like. But doing that project really gave me a lot of confidence to be able to tackle a situation like this. I learned a lot of skills and things, and the other day we had a breaker trip and I had to go into the laundry room to flip the breaker, and I opened up my little Heidi's little situation thing that I built. That's the dry rack in there, and I just started smiling. I was so proud. By this time in the renovation, it's getting to the point where all of the little tedious things are needing to be done. And, we've been setting this really relentless pace since July. And at this point in time, it's now October. And it's pretty exhausting. And what you don't see is with the way that I've edited this video and the last two videos, all of this time is overlapping. So while I'm working on the half bath, I'm also working on the full bath and going back and forth. And I was really determined to get this thing done. So you can imagine how exhausted that might be. I am trying to figure out how to close off the linen closet in the half bathroom. So I'm basically building like a face frame. I took off all of the old surround and everything. They had built it out of plywood that had just like these cutouts, and it looked like there may have been cabinet doors or something like that in place before that had been previously removed. So I'm basically just building a new face frame, like you would for maybe like a bookshelf. I have not actually closed out or finished out a door frame before, but this was kind of the idea I came up with. I took a piece of the beadboard. This is a scrap piece that was removed from the kitchen, and I just kind of pressure fitted in place here. It was a perfect fit, so it really wasn't going to move, but in order to secure it in place, I took some cold molding, and I'm going to use liquid nails to glue the molding to the face frame and to the beadboard. And so basically this beadboard is going to be glued in place. That makes it not have to have any nail holes or anything like that that need to be filled in. But I think because it's just sitting there basically decorative, I think the glue was good enough to hold it in place in order to be able to finish this area out. Yeah. I figured out that the door frame wasn't exactly like even at the bottom. The drywall wasn't really even where it was sitting up next to. So that kind of caused a little problem. If I could go back and do this again, when I built the frame, I would have built it with four sides instead of just the top because the bottom was just kind of open. I would have closed off the bottom just to make sure that the top and bottom were the exact same size or distance to make it square. And then I would have installed it because the bottom can always be removed. And I believe that's how they probably do door frames anyway. But if you guys have any tips for future reference, leave it in the comments below. At this point, Corey and I have been pretty exhausted going back and forth with the bathrooms and doing other projects around the house. And I was really determined, really hoping to get this project done by the end of October. But there were just a lot of other little things that needed to be done. So we decided to take a little bit of a break. We took a little mini vacation, went out of town for a couple of days, and just kind of rested and recharged and got our minds and our bodies prepared for the final push to finish this project. And so coming up in the next couple of episodes, hopefully we will be able to wrap up this project and finalize everything. But until then, y'all stay safe, my friends.
No.